Good morning all. In this video we'll be watching how to do the switching between two different control methods, either from position to speed or from speed to torque or from position to torque or other combination in between control methods. For that we need to communicate with the drive. So I'll use Sigma software for communicating with the drive. So I'll click on connect. I'll search. I'll select USB, search for servo pack. Then I'll click on Sigma 10 drive and motor which is connected. I'll click on connect. So now it is connected. We'll check what is there in the monitor status. So we can see here in IO status all the inputs are low. So this is servo on and this is peak on and this is forward limit POT and this is negative limit NOT and this is CC1 and this is one more input for torque control and this is alarm reset and this is your send signal, right? So these all inputs are configured in the drive and I have connected through 24 volt digital inputs. So now we'll see what are the different switching methods. For that you go to menu, click on edit menus. So in edit parameters, go to different methods, either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A. Okay, so we can try all 4, 5, 6, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so these are nothing but your previous whatever we did in analog or pulse or torque control mode with the combination of internal set speed. That is nothing but we need to enable one input in between these two. We can have both settings enabled. So now we'll show an example for internal set speed contactless with speed control mode. So I'll click on this and write to the drive memory and I'll switch off and switch on. So what is this setting? So this setting means either you can switch between internal speed with contact and also with speed reference. Either one of the things you can make it on and off. For that there is what is the basic settings, let us see. So already we have configured the control method and direction of the motor and we have also configured what is the power supply selection. So now let us go to the IO selections. In IO selections, what we need to do, we have already done SPD, right? So this is already for internal speed. So what we have to do is something called as C select. So this input we have to enable. So once this input is enabled, you will be able to internally change between the two control methods. So for that what input I can use, I will use. So I already use 46, 45, 44, 43 also. Then 40 also I have used, 41 I can use. Or what is the input I need to use, I will configure 44. So alarm reset I will not do it from here, I will make this inactive, then I will write. So once I change this, either your speed mode or your internal speed will work. So for that I will switch off and switch on because A.94 alarm is coming. So I will switch off and I will switch on. So after switching off and switching on, you can see there is no alarm. I'll try to give POT NOT to bypass, and I will give servo on. So you can see run mode is available now, and I have to give some selection. So I have given selection input also, and I'll try to give speed reference. So motor already started rotating. Okay, so there is some offset. So either we can tune that offset, or what we'll try to do is we'll try to set this, and we'll try to run it in internal set speed. So now you can see I have changed the inputs 44 and 45. So based on that your motor speed will also change. So I have included direction also. For direction also it is changing the direction. So here I can give speed, and there is some offset we need to add. So I will reset. I will remove servo on. I will go to adjust unlock reference. For that I need to close this window, and I need to adjust the offset. So this was a previous offset. So now I will adjust. And now I will try to give command. This is unlock reference command. I just servo on. So motor is running at high speed. So I am decreasing the input. So here you can see, and here also you can see in monitor IO allocations. So here additional informations, you can see what is the speed reference. Okay, both are matching. So I'll try to increase the speed, and in case I change the input, so this is in speed reference. So I'll try to remove this. So the motor stops, and I try to give inputs. So now it is running at 240 RPM, 200 RPM, sorry. So now I try to change the control method, switching between. So now it has gone back to my speed reference or log reference. So now I try to give internal set speed, and this is for unlock. So you can see the difference. Once it is internal set speed, it will work with whatever value we have given in PN 3N01 to 304, right? And once you change this input, it will work in speed reference. Whatever reference you are going to give, the motor is going to rotate. Internal set speed and position control. For internal set speed, we already know that we have to set some internal speed, and for position control we already know we have to set some position control. So let us do the combination of both. For that, let us go to menu, let us go to edit parameters, and what are the basic parameters we need to set, we'll see step by step. First we go to edit parameters, I check the hierarchy level, and here I will change it to switching between internal set speed and position control, and click on this, and this is the first parameter. And what is the second parameter I need to change is, I will go to position control mode, because I am going to use it in position mode. So, here I have to check what is the resolution for 26-bit encoder. So, I will click on calculator and I will 2 power 26, which is 67108,864. That is 67108,864. So, I will cross check it. So, it is correct. So, I will write this parameter. So, this is my position parameter, and I have to set the IOs for this. So, I need to go to IO signs. So, I have to change. So, this is for my internal speed, where I have already configured pin number 41, 45 and 46, and C select is my selection between position mode and internal speed. So, I have done this selection, basic selection, and I have to enable this enable bit. Default it will be 2100, I have to make it 2101. Why? Because I am changing the default parameters of IO allocation. So, I need to enable this input. After enabling this, once parameter is written in the drive, we need to power off and power on. So, I will power off and power on the drive. So, I will try to give servo on. So, servo is on, and I have also given POT NOT signals. So, now we will check what is the internal speed first. So, for that I will go to IO allocations. So, I will try to give some inputs. So, now I have given one input, and I can see what is the speed reference. So, I need to go to monitor, and check what is the speed reference. So, it is 300 RPM. So, I will try to give direction also. Once I give direction, so motor was running in minus 300 RPM. So, now I try to give one more input, and I will also try to change the direction. So, now I have changed the direction. So, the direction bit you can monitor over here, pin number 41, right. So, now it is in forward direction. So, I will try to give this input. So, it is rotating in reverse direction now. So, after that I will try to give both inputs off, and either one input on, so that the motor will rotate in 100 RPM, right. So, I will try to give the direction bit also, so that the motor will rotate in a reverse direction, right. So, now we have done only internal speed. So, now I will try to give the position command. For position command, I have already selected pin number 44. So, I will try to give pin number 44, okay. Then I will give start command. So, now you can see the motor is rotating in position mode, right, and you can also see the feedback counter increasing. So, here you can see the input pulses and feedback counter also increasing. So, if you want some delay in between, so I will try to increase the delay. So, now you can see So now you can see what is the reference feedback pulse which I am giving. It is updating. So now I try to decrease the delay. There is a timer which I am trying to adjust. For every 200 millisecond there is a input. So you can see the change in input reference and feedback counter. So once I disable the switching between two method, it will come back to internal speed. Now I have changed the input pin number 44. So the motor will run at constant RPM, and you can see there is no input feedback or pulses will get updated. So you can see that also here. So it is rotating at 100 RPM. Okay. Once I give the input, it will go to position control mode. So you can also see the RPM change. So I'll remove the input once again. Now it will go to speed control mode. Right. So this is how you change the input switching between internal speed and position control mode. Switching between internal set speed and for torque control. So for that, what we need to do, click on menu, go to edit parameters, change the basic settings from switching between internal speed and torque control reference, right to parameters, then power off and power on. After power off and power on is done, check for the I/O signals. So pin number 44 is for C select, and we have some basic settings for torque reference. So it is in default value. Now we will go and test for the values. So go to monitor and also take the I/O allocations. So go to additional information. So now I will try to give internal reference. Okay. Now you can see the motor is running in internal set speed. So now I will try to change the speed. So now I try to change the control method. So I will give 44 and I try to give reference. So the motor started rotating. Now I will try to give so now it is running in internal set speed, and now it is running in torque mode. So I have done the limitation. So now I am trying to give torque reference. I have given more torque reference. So I have given maximum 10 volt, and you can see torque reference percentage 374. So now I will try to change the value. So I will go to edit parameters. So for that I need to close this I/O allocation. Go to edit parameters and change the setting to 10 volt. So now it is already in 3 volt. Now I try to increase to 6 volt and write. So the RPM has changed now. So you can see that. Now I have made the pot to 0. Right. So now the motor is not rotating. So now I am giving reference. And you can also check what is the value. Let me make it to 10 volt and write. Okay. Now we'll try to check. Check for the internal torque reference. Right. So we'll go to IO allocations. What is the internal torque reference is 126 and the pot is maximum up to 100. So the same pot, if it is maximum up to 100, we'll check what is the value. So the value will also change.